How did Bruno Mars secure a staggering 11 nominations for the 2025 VMAs? What project brought him to the top again? Is this the biggest comeback in pop history or just the beginning? Drop your theories in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more music world drama unraveling before your eyes. What if the artist you thought had already peaked was actually just getting started? What if the very man whose music defined a generation has now returned? Not quietly, but with a thunderclap that shook the entire music industry to its core. That thunder has a name, and it's spelled in 11 nominations. Bruno Mars. Yes, to Bruno Mars is dominating the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards like no other male artist this year. Fans are stunned, critics are whispering, and the music world, it's watching with bated breath. Something seismic is happening. The news hit like a storm across social media timelines on August 5th. At first, it was a murmur, a tweet here, a post there, but then the full scope became clear. Lady Gaga may lead the nomination list with a dozen nods, but right on her heels, and even more electrifying, is Bruno Mars with an incredible 11 nominations. And here's the twist: 4 of those nominations come from a single track, Die With A Smile, a spellbinding collaboration with Lady Gaga that has redefined what a duet can be. But that's not all. A separate project with Blackpink's Rose titled APT racked up another 7 nods, making Bruno Mars the only male artist this year to earn that kind of recognition. Across 2 different projects, no one saw it coming, or did they? Bruno's re-emergence into the spotlight wasn't loud or chaotic. It was precise, it was stylish, it was Bruno Mars at his most masterful. While others scramble for viral hits, Mars returned with a cinematic vision, music videos that looked like short films, vocal performances soaked in emotion, and collaborations that weren't just strategic, but legendary. Die With A Smile wasn't just a song, it was a declaration, a message to the industry that Mars has not only evolved but elevated. The reaction was immediate. Fans flooded the internet with breakdown videos, emotional reaction clips, and goosebump-inducing TikToks. Twitter and Instagram lit up. Every thread seemed to end the same way. Bruno is back and he's better than ever. But was he ever truly gone? That's the question sparking debates across the fandom universe. Many point out that Mars never really left, he just chose when to strike. And this year, he struck with terrifying precision. Critics agree that 2025 marks the most strategically brilliant year of Bruno's career. With Die With A Smile, he tapped into the raw theatricality and vulnerability that only someone like Lady Gaga could match. The chemistry was undeniable. Every frame, every note, every glance between them was drenched in vintage glam and aching sincerity. And just when the world was still catching its breath, happened. Enter Rose, ethereal, fierce, and unpredictable. The union between Bruno and the Blackpink member was not only unexpected, it was explosive. Their voices together felt like stardust colliding in a velvet sky. Apt was both delicate and dangerous, dreamy yet raw. 7 nominations came pouring in, each a recognition not just of the song, but of the art behind it. It wasn't just the vocals, or the visuals, or the direction, it was the feeling. The haunting, surreal, unforgettable emotion that only a Bruno Mars performance could deliver. What makes this moment even more powerful is the narrative arc. From his humble beginnings in Honolulu to global superstardom, to a quieter period post-Silk Sonic. And now, this is most ambitious award season yet. It's a comeback story that doesn't feel forced. It feels earned. And it feels emotional, because fans have waited. They've hoped. And now, they're seeing their icon rise again higher than ever before. September 7th will be the final chapter of this tale. That's when the world tunes in to witness whether Mars walks away with just nominations or shatters records. The awards show will air live from UBS Arena in New York City, broadcast globally through MTV, CBS, and Paramount Plus. And there's a feeling, a collective buzz, that this might be his night. But beyond the glitz and the trophies, there's something deeper at play. Bruno Mars has managed to bring heart back into pop. In a world oversaturated with algorithms and manufactured hits, he's given us something human again. Real voices, real stories, real moments. Die With A Smile and Apt don't just exist as songs. They are cinematic universes of their own. Universes where heartbreak, nostalgia, love, and artistry intertwine in ways that make you feel seen. And that's what Bruno has always done best. He makes you feel. Now, with 11 nominations behind him, he's on the cusp of rewriting his legacy once more. He doesn't need the validation. He already has our hearts. But maybe, just maybe, this night will mark the world finally catching up to what fans have known all along. This is not just a return. It's a rebirth. Bruno Mars didn't just come back for the spotlight, he came back to own it. So what do you think? Is Bruno about to sweep the VMAs? Is this the new golden era, or is he just warming up? Sound off in the comments. Let the debates begin. And if you've been moved by this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who still believes in music that speaks to the soul. Because this year, Bruno Mars is speaking loud and clear. And we're all listening. And the story, it's not even close to over. If anything, this is just the beginning of Bruno Mars' most defining chapter yet. Every nomination is not just a category, it's a symbol, a recognition of artistic bravery, a nod to the past, while confidently striding into the future. Bruno isn't writing nostalgia, he's reinventing it. He's taking everything that made the world fall in love with him, his voice, his style, his precision, and merging it with deeper vulnerability, sharper direction, and collaborative energy that turns every release into an event. The industry isn't just nominating Bruno Mars for the sake of a comeback, it's acknowledging that he has mastered the rare art of reinvention without losing his core. Die with a Smile and Apt aren't just critically acclaimed, they're culturally necessary. In a landscape where music often feels disposable, Mars is making music that demands to be remembered. And it's not just fans or media outlets saying it. Behind closed doors, music executives, fellow artists, and even award strategists are calling this the Bruno Renaissance, a resurgence that feels both long overdue and perfectly timed. They say lightning doesn't strike twice. Bruno Mars just proved it can strike as many times as he wants, as long as the storm is coming from him. One of the biggest shocks of this VMA season was how effortless all looked. No marketing gimmicks, no overexposed media appearances, just pure artistry. A drop of a song here, a surprise visual there, a few cryptic messages shared across social media, and boom, the world listened. The way he built anticipation was like a magician revealing his tricks. Not all at once, but in pieces, enough to spark curiosity, enough to pull the audience in, but never too much to dull the shine. And then came the performances, raw, stripped, real. Those who were lucky enough to attend his private pre-VMA showcases described them not as concerts, but as near-religious experiences. One journalist whispered, "It felt like watching someone time travel through every emotion you've ever felt," and giving each one a soundtrack. That's what Bruno Mars does. He doesn't just perform music, he delivers emotion. And right now, emotion is a currency more valuable than any genre label or trending TikTok dance. When MTV announced the nominations, social media wasn't just buzzing, it exploded. The hashtag Bruno VMAs 2025 was trending globally within minutes. But beyond the hype, there was something deeply personal in the air. Fans who had grown up with Just the Way You Are, danced to 4K Magic, cried to When I Was Your Man, and fell in love all over again with Leave the Door Open, were now watching their idol take on a new form, bolder, wiser, and somehow even more unstoppable. And let's not ignore what this means for representation. Bruno Mars has always defied boxes, too soulful for pure pop, to pop for pure R&B, too smooth for today's chaotic trends, but that's exactly his power. He is the genre. He doesn't fit into the industry's mold. He breaks it, melts it down, and reshapes it in his image. And in 2025, that image is more powerful than ever. A Filipino Puerto Rican artist dominating a global stage, not by following rules, but by rewriting them. Many are already calling this year's VMAs the Bruno Show. Regardless of the outcomes, but win or lose, it won't change the fact that he's already won where it matters most, in the hearts of millions. In an era of auto-tune algorithms, Bruno Mars reminds us that real talent is still alive, real passion still matters, and that the world still craves something authentic, something timeless, something human. He's giving us exactly that. So now we wait. We count the days until September 7th, when the lights go down, the music swells, and the world collectively holds its breath. Will he sweep the awards? Will he deliver a performance that etches itself into VMA history? Or will he surprise us all with something we never saw coming? One thing is certain. Bruno Mars is no longer just an artist. He's an era, a movement, a living, breathing reminder that music isn't just sound, it's soul. If you've ever felt something real because of a song, if you've ever let a lyric carry you through heartbreak, or let a beat bring you back to life, then this moment isn't just Bruno's, it's yours too. So like, comment, subscribe, and share this story with someone who still believes in the power of music, because Bruno Mars has lit the fuse and the explosion is just beginning.